Rydberg-KF0EJS, Andrew in Litchfield. Today we are going to be going through my HF radio go bag and the reasons why I assembled it. Part of the reason for HF radio go bags, and for amateur radio anyway, is for emergency communications. So part of the reasoning why I went and assembled the bag in the way that I did was to make it quick and easy to deploy. So here we go. The antenna that I chose was an end-fed half-wave antenna, which is great for deploying in a tree or if you have an antenna mast. So I've got the appropriate cordage for that. And here is that. We won't deploy that because it takes up a lot more room than what we currently have in this room. Also along with that, we've got some Velcro straps and some electrical tape, and also a throw weight to get that string up into the tree. The next one down, I wanted it also to be rather self-sufficient if needed, so I've included with that a 42-watt portable solar panel. And that can be plugged right into the radio unit itself, well, with the other attachments. And what I've noticed in many other videos in go bags is people are always pulling out a lot of equipment to assemble. And I wanted to be able to pull this out without there being much to assemble. So once the antenna is deployed, we can do the coax. Here is the radio microphone. So for the quick deploy, I have here my radio, which is a Xiegu G90. I've got my battery. I've got my lithium iron phosphate charge controller and the amp meter. So all I have to do is just plug this in right here. I use the Anderson power pole connections, and it will power up the battery, or power up the radio from the battery. The radio itself is a 20-watt radio. Many of you are probably already familiar with the G90, so I'm not going to go into a lot of details with that. But I built the board that everything is attached to out of a cutting board. I measured it first to see what would fit inside of my pack, made sure the layout would fit inside of the pack. And I just cut both edges off, centering the handle, so I'd have a nice, easy way to grip the radio. I used the remaining edges of the board for things like the offset, so I'd have space for running the wiring underneath the charge controller, as well as a holder for where I plug in my solar panel. I also put a couple of rubber feet underneath there, just in case the radio gets a little bit warm, so we're not melting the cutting board base. I also used Velcro straps to be able to hold down the radio in case I want to move it around on the board or remove it and use it for a different purpose. So it's very easily deployable. Just loosen it up, and then I have access to my ports on the side if I'm wanting to do rig control with a small computer or laptop, such as a Raspberry Pi or a mini PC. And then it also gives me the ability to adjust it, strap it down tightly, and then the Velcro straps also allow me to be able to change out the battery if it becomes completely depleted and useless. Well, thanks for watching, and this is my portable radio kit. Hope you enjoyed the video. KF0EJS clear.